It was leaving to anyway. Oh, we're live. Okay.
We're live, boys.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Juicy. Okay, having a little bit of a choky of a start because we've had a choky of a season, so it's pretty on brand for me to be starting the video off like this. But like, what's up, Brandon? What's popping, man?
This season is not up. I mean, the viewership numbers are probably up for Love Island. I'm sure they're doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? But whew, Lord have mercy. This has just been a train wreck of a season, and this is a train wreck season. Train wreck finish of the season, presumably. Juicy, how about you tell us all about it, man? Or actually, is there anything else that you would like to say before we get into this? You know what I'm saying? Do you just want to give us a little bit of? Let's just check in. How we feeling?
Thank you, therapist. Thank you for asking me how I'm feeling. I'm feeling, and you don't know who. You say you don't know who won.
I do not. I do not
You
yet.
don't know who won. Okay, all I will tell you is this. I feel like I wasted. God damn it. This is like okay, so like this show is so draining because it's like even for example, like tonight's episode was like an hour and 50 minutes. That's basically 2 hours. 2 hours of
Yeah.
my time out of my life that I can't get back. It's a lot of time I put into watching this show. So long story short, the way that I feel is a slap in the face to people with an IQ that works, to people with common sense. It's just like a huge slap in the face. So I'm just recovering from like just being insulted. I feel like one thing that triggers me. This is just generally in life. When I get triggered when people insult my intelligence, and so
Hmm.
to be watching a show where a lot of people are not intelligent or don't have common sense or gullible, whatever you want to say.
And production's just playing in your face like this.
Right, for production to be playing in our face, for those and for people to have that type of control, it's just like, what are we doing? That's how I feel. So
I think the show has entered into the territory, at least Love Island USA, where the production interference is making this feel a lot more like a script, or like
yes,
say like WWE. It feels like
bro,
WWE. Does it not?
literally.
You know
No,
what I'm
literally.
saying?
And I have some stuff that can back up like everything that you're saying right now. So, and I'll just say it. I don't know if do you want me to say that you haven't, or you don't want me to say that?
I mean, I'll just go ahead and explain.
Explain.
After I have a pretty fair assumption of what I think happened. Okay, I have not
Wait.
seen
You
tonight's
have
episode.
no. You haven't seen it, but you want to tell me
I, haven't-
about the previous episodes too, or like?
I didn't watch this episode, and I didn't watch After Sun yesterday. As soon as I saw the vote or whatever after Corbin and Parmita got dumped, and they said, "All right, vote for your top four couples," I said, I've seen all I need to see. I've seen all I need to see." And I checked out at that point or whatever, and I was just kind of fine with the result, wherever, you know what I'm saying? I don't watch Love Island for the result anyway. I never have. I said that like in one of the way earlier episodes. I do not watch the show for the result. I watch it for the journey, the drama along the way. But I at least prefer if the public votes authentically.
Mhm.
And as soon as production said go for your top four couples, which they have never done before, I know what type of bullshit we were on.
Oh, because I'm new to this, so that's not a thing. It's not normally vote for your top four.
Nah,
So how does it
nah.
how does it normally work when they get to the final four? Because I'm curious.
Well, I mean, there isn't like a set way for them to get to the final four. I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think it always is a final four. Any like also
No,
sometimes I feel like it's three,
last
sometimes I feel
season
like
it
it's
was.
five.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
so I mean, I feel like on UK, I feel like it kind of varies. I'm not sure if it's always the top four on USA, but
because I think last
um,
season was four.
yeah. And then for the final vote, I've never seen them say vote for multiple couples. I've never seen that before.
That's
Not
very
one,
weird.
not two, not three, but four, as
That's
in
very strange.
your
Because what
fourth
it
four.
exactly? Because it should have been just vote for one, and then obviously they could
They
have
take
did
the
okay
top
top
four
four,
most
right?
voted. But
Exactly,
obviously, the problem with that would be the fact that the votes will get split amongst the top fours, the core force fan base, right?
exactly.
So because Kata don't really got no fans, TT or not TT, Trinity, she has fans, but her fans are cannibalizing the Anaya and the Carl fans. And it just like they start to cannibalize each other because they can't all vote for one person, you know what I'm saying, and get all them girls into the top four. This is why Casey and TT bumped out Kata and Zach in the first place in that previous vote. Was because of that. You know what I'm saying? So Casey and TT had a real chance to win this whole season if they made it into that final four. They didn't want to see that, so they made you vote for your top four, so that way
Okay,
all of
listen,
the all
KC
of
didn't
one
stand a chance.
specific fan base could get their four favorite people in.
Unfortunately, KC didn't stand a chance on account of the core four. They had to have a villain, and so they painted KC as the villain, and we'll talk more about that tonight. But I want to, and for you guys who are just joining, welcome to the show. Shout out to EDM. I see you in the
Mhm.
comments, but Brandon does not know who won, so I'm gonna tell Brandon who won soon. But I just want to like talk about kind of like
Can I make
so
my
of course.
prediction?
You could probably yes, because based
I
upon how
mean, might as
you
well.
probably
Might as
already
well.
know. You want me to just say it, or you want to go? Give me your
No, I
prediction.
do. I know. I genuinely do not know. Like, I swear to God, I swear on my mom, I do not know
No,
who
I
won this
believe
show.
you. I'm saying, do you want to give your
Okay, so
prediction?
between Mel, Sincere, it's Mel and Sincere, Kata, Zach, Trinity, Bryce, and Carl and Anaya. My gut says, I mean, Trinity and Bryce have been getting the favorite edit this whole season. I know Kata and Zach didn't win, but Trinity and Bryce have been getting that edit because they got the first date and all that. So my gut says them, but also Carl and Anaya makes a lot
When
of
you
sense.
say them, you're talking about Trinity and Bryce. Or you talking about Kata and Zach?
Trinity and Bryce. Kata and Zach, I know lost for sure. So
Okay,
I think it's between, but also Mel and Sincere. It could be a repeat of last year. I would have voted personally for Mel and Sincere just because I feel like they actually do like each other, even though
absolutely.
it's a toxic nonsense. But
Yeah.
okay, I think it's Trinity and Bryce.
Okay. So I'll let you know soon, and but I do think that's a fair guess, honestly, because it
No, no,
makes
no.
sense.
Carlin and I. Carlin and I. Carlin and I. Carlin and I. Last minute change. Carlin and I.
Okay,
Carl and
that's
Anaya.
I'm gonna give
Last
you the
minute
same.
change.
I'm gonna give you the same answer. That's another fair guess, right? Because when you think about the fans and like the trajectory, right? They got out Pormita and Corbin, which was like an authentic relation coupling, right? They also got rid of KC and TT, another authentic coupling. So like that path that you're on is pretty right. It's on the right path. So let me just tell you kind of how the dates went. They started off with Mel and Sincere, and it was really cool to see them on a date because it was very genuine. There was no drama. They wasn't mad at each other. It was very sweet. It was a chemistry. It was a bond. It was something that was real, right? And I loved how they started off with Melanie and Sincere because I was like, is this starting with Mel and Sincere is gonna show how fake the other ones are? Because like after Mel and Sincere went, it was like Zach and Kata, and that was kind of annoying. How Kata, it was just that felt weird. And then they move on to, oh, bro, let me tell you about Anaya and
What made it
Carl.
so weird to you? Like, could
Okay,
you
so
give me
I'll
some
tell you.
more on that?
Yeah, I can tell you some more on that. You should have watched, but I'll give you some more on
Please.
that. So basically, it was weird because it was just like the same old stuff. In terms, like, okay, so he made a comment saying, "Oh, because he's from the UK, so he was saying how he's gonna move to, he's gonna
New
follow her,
Hampshire.
so he's gonna
Or
come
whatever.
to the States to be closer to her." And she was just like, yeah. And like, I'm sorry, but again, you didn't watch it. But if you would have saw how Melanie and Sincere was, that shit was like perfect. Like it was just like that type of connection. And then when you go to anybody else, it just seemed odd. And so Zach and Kata, it was just more stuff like, yeah, I like you, yeah, this. It was just kind of like similar to that Trinity and Bryce stuff where you're just kind of like saying whatever.
Also, real quick, I just want to chime
Yeah.
in and say the reason why I'm still here, even though I did not watch these final couple episodes, is because I wanted to finish the season out. You know what I'm saying, with y'all. You know what I'm saying. I
Well, we
started it
appreciate
off.
you.
You know what I'm saying. Halfway through, this should has been a slog. It really hasn't been enjoyable since, in my opinion, since
Corbin and Primita left.
Nah, honestly, before that, really, since we got that movie night, you know what I'm saying, with Anaya staying up and yelling in their face. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that shit was just rough, man. It was rough to get through that movie night or whatever, and then even just like a little bit before that. But you know what I'm saying. I'm here. Okay, what happened next, Juicy?
All right, cool. Yeah, I appreciate you for telling the people kind of your reasoning why. And I honestly don't blame you at all. Like I can't be mad at you. It's bullshit. I only finished this season because we got a show going. And honestly, we've lost viewers. I don't even think people are still. I feel like a lot of people I've been seeing on social media where like people have like, I deleted my Peacock app. I deleted the app. I
Yeah.
deleted like this shit is fucking pathetic at this point.
People
But
might join
okay,
this live just to hear us kind of like it's kind of cathartic just to hear us, all let it out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
like after this whirlwind of a season, like we need a therapy session. We need to vent because it's bullshit. Okay, so after so we had Melanie and Cecilia had their date, and then we had Kata and Zach. They had their date, and next up, I want to talk about Anaya and Carl, bro. You would have been fucking entertained and or annoyed. So here's the thing, right?
okay,
Anaya and Carl, they don't know each other. They don't have chemistry. So earlier you talked about how the producers are like doing stuff. Guess what they did for their date? They created a fairy tale book where they painted Casey as the villain. So in the book, it's like once upon a time, and mind you, let me
you're
pause. I
joking.
swear to fucking God, I was like, I wish he was.
You're
I swear
joking.
to fucking God. And then, mind you, on the day itself, it was like very fairy tale like for Anaya. Like it was very like it was bedazzled.
Oh,
And I just hate that they
yo, you know
gave
why they did
Anaya.
that? You know why they did that? It's
I know
because
why they did
as
that.
soon as Carl came into as soon as he came into the villa, they were
He was
doing edits of him and Anaya as the Princess and the Frog, like animated
exactly.
movie and stuff, the Disney movie, and all of Anaya saying that she wants a Disney. Oh my
Yeah, no,
god,
literally,
bro.
bro. So they really
This
played
show.
they played on that on this fucking date. So the whole date is essentially them reading this fucking book. And like she's like, oh, and it was all about Anaya, like, oh, you make me feel so assured. So basically, this shit is here's my problem, bro. This is the fucking final four. Why are y'all reading books? Why are y'all still trying to figure out whether or not y'all have a chemistry? Why is Anaya still on her assurance and her feeling something? This is not even a real thing. And you know it's not a real thing because Carl didn't even really get the Love Island experience. He has not even had the opportunity to explore anybody. Carl's whole objective and his reason and his purpose in this villa is he came in to like help some girl who's toxic, who's unhealed and broken, trying to
Yeah,
like to be her savior. Who's to
yeah.
say that he even really likes this girl, right? Because like if you're thinking from a gameplay perspective, it's like, well, shit, I have no other choice. Like what is he gonna do? So he was kind of thrown her way. She doesn't even know if he's really for her or not. But anyway, I just thought it was fucking crazy that they're reading a book. And again, when you started off with Melanie and Sincere, who had such a cool bond, it was a cool chemistry. Like you can see the love, the feelings in the air that Sincere and Melanie had. It was super organic. And then you see everybody else reading a book or like, oh, you make me so happy. It was so fucking, I hate that fucking bullshit talk that they've been saying all season long.
Oh, our
So
connection's just growing and it's just
our connection,
growing, and
yeah.
I'm so
You just
happy
make me
with
so
you.
happy.
You
Like, what the
I'm
fuck is
so
going on?
happy.
Why are you happy? Like, can't y'all just
That's a great
exist?
question. It's a great question. I want to answer one of the comments before we get on to the next portion
Go
of
ahead.
the episode. So EDM asks, Brandon, thoughts about the challenges this season and how to improve them? Felt like the entire season relies on movie night. So movie night wasn't even good, because we didn't get a balanced perspective. They didn't really show we didn't get any clips that were disparaging to the girls really, like Trinity or Bryce. Well, yeah, the girls training, right? But uh,
I see what you did
the
there,
girls. I meant to say Trinity and Anaya.
Bryciana.
They didn't get any negative edits. Kata didn't get any negative edits either. Neither Kinsey was the only one that did get the villain edit, and she's commented on that on social media now. I've seen. So yeah, that was a big issue with movie night. Aside from that, the challenges were way too gross, and they were gross to the point of it feels like a humiliation ritual. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. It feels like a humiliation ritual. It's Diddy Island. It feels like Epstein.
And then
You know
did you
what I'm
hear how
saying?
they,
Like,
they,
what are
they
we
said a
doing?
lot of it was a lot of baby oil talk too. I don't know if you heard about that. Like they've been putting, yeah, they mentioned baby oil
Yeah,
several times.
shit is weird. So I mean, like, that's another reason why Love Island USA is being put on hold for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just because of this nonsense. They kiss too much. Also, the challenges don't even really create drama. Like that's the whole point. If you watch the UK version, the challenges usually make the islanders fight amongst each other because they have to choose each other for negative prompts, or they make them read out tweets from the public that say that they're faking it. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll be like a tweet that'll be like Bryce is just playing a game. He don't
Oh,
really like Trinity,
I
and they'll
wish they
make
could
them
feel
read
that
that
heat.
out. That's what they'll do. Like, so like they don't do any of the good challenges. That's my answer to that one.
Okay. Speaking of Bryce, I think we could go ahead and now talk about Trinity and Bryce. So
Mm,
their little date went exactly how you would think, right? They're just sitting there, and then of course Bryce, of course, he always wants to do like a shebang to win, right? So then he says, "I love you." And mind you, they were just talking, right? They were just talking. It was the same old like bullshit, like, "Oh, you make me so happy. Oh, I really like you. Oh, our parents, our families
Also,
got
so did
along."
we have no other proposals? Real quick, can I ask? Like, was there
Go-
no other boyfriend girlfriends?
So Zach and Kata are exclusive, and that was like a couple episodes ago. I think you missed that. They're exclusive. They're not like boyfriend and girlfriend.
No, no, no. I knew that because they had the argument about it about
Oh
sneak
yeah,
or yeah.
right. And
But like,
so, but
usually
yeah,
people will ask each other to be boyfriend girlfriend like during these
no,
dates.
it's only Trinity. Think about it. Nia and Carl,
Man.
they barely know each other, right?
No Mel and
Uh,
Sincere though. Mel and Sincere
because
is still
because
nothing.
no, but here's the thing though. He said that, but listen though,
I'm
listen. I
listening.
respect them because they're being real, right? They're not just saying stuff just to win.
Hmm.
They talk about their future a lot. And even when it even makes sense if you think about it, how she's still getting over the lies and all the stuff. He needs to prove himself, so I
I
can
understand.
understand why they're not in a relationship. The only people that are in a relationship are Trinity and Bryce because it's not real. He says stuff just to get a reaction out the villa. So tonight he said, "I love you," and then of course she says, "I love you too," like I love you back. So it just feels like it's, those, that quote where it's like, if it seems too good to be true, then it's probably not true.
Yeah.
Because think about it, everything that he says, she just goes along with it. And he says these things again just for clickbait, just to win people over. As soon as they got back to the villa from their date, the first thing they say to everybody is, "Oh yeah, he said I love you, and I said I love him back." Like, there's nothing there at all.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that is pretty much how the dates went. It was typical. It was on brand for what we thought it was going to be. The same boring
And so
bullshit.
this is two. How did this end up being 2 hours? This episode. This is
I don't know,
crazy.
bro. Let me tell y'all, I did a lot within those 2 hours. I was so bored. I went to the store. I was grocery shopping. I was listening on my phone. I came home, I cooked. Like, it was so boring. There was no way that I could just sit there and watch that bullshit without punching my laptop. I couldn't.
Hmm.
So, are you ready for me to tell you who won, y'all? Because he didn't even know who won. You want me to tell you?
I mean, it seems like Trinity and Bryce won just based off of how the
Exactly.
dates went. Just based off
Exactly.
of because they had the final date, so they didn't even make it very. You know, Mel and Sincere didn't win just based on the fact that their date was the first one. So it's just like this whole shit is just predictable, man.
I was hoping that like the viewers would. Again, it's kind of hard for me to hope that people have brain cells at this point because they proved time and time again through their votes that they don't have brain cells. But I was hoping that like they could see like the authentic chemistry that Melanie and Sincere had and compare the rest of the chemistry and say, all right,
Yeah.
like this shit is not real. But yeah, they fell for the bait. Bryce and Trinity, they played this game and they won. They just kind of said, I love you too." He didn't tell her why he loved her. He didn't really go into details about, it wasn't like, usually, like, right, when it's the first time, think about the first time you've told your girl or anyone you've been in the past you love them. It's usually like this very like deep thing, and you go into
Yeah.
these things about why you love him. And let me tell you what was also weird and how I know he doesn't really love her. So, towards before they announced the winners, they got all dressed up, and they have all these pictures around the villa of the couples, right?
His ass
And
was
so
looking
all
nervous.
huh?
His ass was looking nervous the whole finale. I bet he was like, "Am I getting the money? Am I getting the money?"
Oh, bro, no, literally that. Every time they announced the 100, it's funny because the camera would pan to him, which is weird. Or maybe I was just really looking at him. Every time they announced the prize of $100,000, Zach was like turning his head, looking around. Like, I swear to God, every time it happened, if you go back to the episode, he was doing that. But anyway, while everybody was looking at the pictures of them and their couple, everybody was like If you look at Melanie and Sincere, they was like hugging each other. Like the guy, even Zach and Kata, he had his hands on Kata's hip. Even Anaya and Carl had his hand on Anaya. But guess whose hand was not who guess who wasn't touching? The couple who just said we love each other was standing there like best friends, not even touching each
They
other.
knew they
But you
won,
love,
bro. They knew they had that
huh?
shit on wraps. They knew they
Huh?
had that shit on
They knew
wraps.
they
The
had this
fix
shit
was
on
in.
rap.
The
People are so
fix was
fucking
in.
dumb. They're like,
That's
oh,
the
he said he loved her. I'm gonna vote for them. Like, how dumb are you?
bro. Is it?
I
No, it's
can't.
not crazy to say. I'm gonna say it though. The worst couple won. Even out of the top four, which the top four was weak, extremely
Wait.
weak this year.
Mm-hmm.
This top four is probably the weakest top four of couples I've ever seen. I mean, or I mean, just finalists, right?
It
Because it's
gets
usually not a
worse.
top four. I've never seen this episode gets worse.
No, let me tell you why. Let me tell you about
Okay,
the
all right,
pace.
all right, all
Let,
right,
let
all
me tell
right,
you
all
how
right.
it gets worse.
Before you say
Okay.
that, real quick, I just gotta say these are the worst finalists that have ever been in Love Island history, in my opinion, from what I've seen. Despite that fact, this is still the worst couple that could have won. Mel and Sincere
Absolutely.
have more chemistry. Kata Zach have more chemistry. And Colin and Naya kind of even have more chemistry.
And this is
Okay,
why I wanted
tell
to
me
tell
what.
you that it gets worse. Fourth place was Kata and Zach. Fourth place. Mind you,
Damn,
Kata and Zach have been going, they've been
damn.
together since day one or day two or day three, from the early days. And they have had arguments and all these stuff. They've went through, they cried and they've gotten over it. To me, that's a testament. The third place, Melanie and Sincere. So all the people with genuine like history and problems and conflict resolution and emotions and feelings and chemistry were fourth and third. Then Anaya and Carl had second. And so imagine how I felt watching this shit. And then fourth place is Kata. When I heard fourth place was Kata and Zach, I was like, oh shit, it's bad for Mel and Sincere. And then when I heard third place Mel and Sincere, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? It's fucking Anaya Car or Trinity and Bryce, the fakest couples on this shit. Bro, when I tell you, I was like, wow, like I was like, you gotta be kidding me. That's why I say it gets
Yo,
fucking worse. It
the
gets fucking
playbook is
worse, bro.
out, bro. The playbook is out. The
I
playbook is out. If
can't.
you're coming on Love Island, there's nothing you need to do
Just lie
aside from couple up, choose,
from day one.
go straight for.
Don't even
You know who to go
explore.
straight
Don't
for.
even
You know
explore
who
the
to go
villa.
straight for. You know who to go straight for.
Exactly.
You know who to go straight for. There's like probably two or three girls in the villa, and you need to go for one of those couple of girls, and you need to stay with them until the end. It doesn't matter how bad it looks. It doesn't matter if it's real or fake. You know what I'm saying? And you can't go. Actually, you can explore, but just always go back to that girl and beg for forgiveness.
And to take it a step further, I can't speak for the black men, but for the white men, and you need to go for a black woman because they're pushing this interracial narrative. And you called it,
That's what
Brandon.
I was implying. That's what I was implying.
You literally, but I want to make sure it's clear because people need to hear this. According to how I'm scared. I think nowadays you just have to be direct because people don't have the. But anyway, but I know the people here could think. But what I was gonna say was it kind of aligns with what you said. You said this
Oh, TL's
earlier.
here.
You said this, hi TL. You said this earlier on our lives. What did
Also,
you
shout out to
say?
King Cash too.
Shout out to y'all in the chat. I haven't even been all on the
About
chat.
to say the regulars is all here. The regulars is all here. We got to get
Shout
to the
out to
comments
y'all.
in a second.
I love
Keep dropping
y'all.
the comments, y'all. Y'all's reaction to the episode. We will get to them all in a second. Or are you saying, Juicy?
Yeah. So what I was saying was like you
The
kind of
interracial
called.
thing.
Yeah, you called it. Hey, guys, I'm gonna tell y'all something since y'all just coming in, boy. Y'all, your boy Brandon didn't even watch tonight's episode. He didn't watch the last couple episodes. He's been triggered from this shit, y'all. I'm calling him out on it, but I think it's funny
No, they
because
scared me off. They scared me off, bro.
I don't blame you. Anyway, it just goes it aligns with what you said. You said that producers are trying to push interracial situations where you got the white man and the black woman, and like this Trinity and Bryce thing is just that. It's really pathetic. TL, you just finished the episode. What do you think about our winners, Bryce and Trinity?
Oh yeah, and while he was responding to that, I call Cap and a nine Carl getting second place. I mean, but okay, like, are we? I'm not surprised, y'all. I'm not surprised because really think about this, yo.
They got rid of Parmita and Corbin.
Yeah. they got rid of Casey and TT. They got rid of Parmina and Corbin, right? So really, all of the couples that
Were
you would
real.
actually want to root for. I mean, basically, people like me and Juicy and y'all in the chat, all of the level-minded people, we checked out of the show.
Yeah.
M- We checked out of the show a long time ago. My girlfriend, she completely stopped watching the show with me after Casa or whatever. After they came
Hmm.
back from Casa and the girls were
Hmm.
yelling at Casey and TT or whatever and all that stuff, she was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this show is like raising my cortisol levels." You know what I'm saying? It's giving me
Literally,
stress. This
literally
show's giving me
stressed,
stress. You know
bro.
what I'm
I was
saying?
so
So
stressed
my
tonight,
girlfriend's not watching it with me. She doesn't like reality TV as much as I do. So she was like, "This shit's getting me stressed out. I'm just not gonna watch it." So she checked out back then. I talked to some of her friends or whatever yesterday at a dinner party. They stopped watching around the same time and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the level-headed folks who watch this show just because it's popular, like me and you and y'all in the chat, we checked out. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, I stopped
and
watching it. My girlfriend stopped watching it. A lot of folks stopped watching it.
the only
So
reason why I finished it is because of y'all. Like, I was
we're
like,
doing these reviews. We're doing these
yeah,
reviews.
yeah, like at this point, it became work. Like, I gotta finish this shit because I gotta talk about this shit. But when I tell
Right,
you I
right,
didn't
right.
want to finish this shit, and honestly, I think at this point, I'm done with Love Island. I don't know, like unless maybe the
I'm
UK,
not coming
but
back next season.
yeah,
I'll
I'm
fuck with
done,
UK
guys.
though.
Huh?
I'll fuck
UK?
with UK though. I've
Okay,
already
UK.
started
So
episode 1 of this current season.
okay,
It's so far so good. Of course, very early in. I'll let you know how it is. Yeah, and then
yeah.
maybe we can watch next season and do reviews. But
Yeah, King Cash. I agree with you, King Cash. Yeah, as soon as Casey went home, I checked out. Exactly. I checked out too. See, I partially checked out when Corbin left, but I really checked out when Casey left. I was like, all right, at this point, we see what time it is, and what time it is they just want the core four to win, and now it's like beyond the core four. Now it's like they want interracial love to win, whether it's fake or not. So I was just like, all right,
honestly, like I think mentally, I think I'm with my girlfriend. I think I checked out right after Casa because I could see the writing on on the wall. Oh no, when they brought back Carl. when they
right,
gave when they gave the
exactly,
Islanders the chance to bring Carl back, I was like, okay, I don't want to see any more of the season, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell what we're doing. This shit is just like, when have we ever brought back dumped Casa Islanders? Like,
bruh.
that is
This
ridiculous.
episode was so pathetic. You got Anaya and Carl sitting here at the damn final date reading a book because they have no genuine chemistry. They're reading a fucking fairy tale book. This is fucking Love Island. Love is not a fucking fairy tale. Wake up and smell the
Oh,
roses. Y'all don't even know each other, so the producers had to make a fucking book for y'all to sit down and read. And then you have Trinity and Bryce sitting up here talking about, "Oh, you make me so happy. You make me so happy." The same motherfucking shit they be saying all fucking year, and all fucking summer. And then now he say, "I love you," and she's like, "I love you." Oh, and it felt so fake because she was like, "I feel the same. I was just waiting for you to say it." Girl, you wait for him to say whatever because y'all just going with the flow. Like they just like, well, it's gotten us this far, so let's just keep it up. You know what I mean? So shout out to them. They are some major scammers. Those actors have really, made y'all think that this is some bullshit,
it's just
y'all.
because
This is some fucking bullshit.
this show is so crazy in comparison to the UK one because I saw another Love Island or reality TV YouTuber say the main character of Love Island should be the villa. And I agree with that like wholeheartedly. Like in the same way, like if you ever seen Game of Thrones or whatever, right? The main character of Game of Thrones, like it's just this like the area, Westeros, right? You know what I'm saying? It's where the show takes place. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You got dragons over here, you got knights over here, castles over here, and characters come and go. They die, they pass away. New characters come in. You know what I'm saying? And you cycle in and out. You know what I'm saying? But the point is that all these characters are here. They're all fighting over that throne. You know what I'm saying? That's the same way Love Island should be. There shouldn't be main characters in Love Island. But that's what the way that they've done these past couple of seasons because season 6 blew. Oh, whoops! Damn, I forgot I have a mic now. I'll be hitting it. Um, season 6, it became so popular with PPG and whatnot to the point to where each season after that, and PPG stands for Powerpuff Girls, by the way, Juicy. In case you don't, I know you didn't watch that
Powerpuff
season.
Girls.
Yes, that's what they called the main girl group of season 6. and that was
Okay.
very popular. And since then, they've been trying to replicate that and just kind of make a really popular girl group. And so last year we had the core four, and so then this year they did the whole core four thing again. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like you can see it. It's so obvious. They are literally just running main characters. They're casting main characters and they're running this show like a show, as opposed to the villa being the main character. Instead, the main character is Trinity, Anaya, Melanie, and Kata. Those are the main characters of the show that me and you just watched. It wasn't the villa. And if the villa was the main character, this show would be a lot more interesting.
And can I also actually? That's a
I
good
can
point.
explain. I can explain that concept if the villa being the main character doesn't make sense.
No, you just did. I think that
Okay,
was
okay, okay,
beautiful.
okay, 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 okay.
Yeah, you did that. You how they say it? You did that. But what I was trying to figure out though, because you watched a lot of seasons with this season, and they said it tonight. They were like, "Oh, this feels like prom." Because you had like the guys, they were all like, "Oh, you guys are my friends, you're my bros." Like I couldn't see myself doing this without you. The girls were saying the same thing. So has it always been this like friend clicky thing? Because my thing is,
No,
should
no.
this feel like prom? Because like my thing is like the final episode, I'm expecting the couples to really be like knee deep in it. Like at this point, I shouldn't see like they had a segment where Bryce and Zach are like were talking and they were reflecting on their experience. Like, this was fucking bizarre. I mean, it was really like rooted in friendship. And mind you, again, we had Trinity and Bryce who allegedly say that they love each other, but as soon as they come back, they're not even like embracing each other. They're like having other conversations with other people.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. So to answer that question, no. The rest of the seasons of Love Island are completely different. At least, especially with the UK version. And then even with the previous US seasons, the past two, they had way more bombshells, they had way more dumpings, and that's what the show is all about, in my opinion. You know, like you have to have these consistent dumpings, and like
yes.
this season of the show, it. I'm trying to think of how to like really put it or phrase it, but it feels like there were okay, obviously we've established the fact that there were main characters, right? I mean, the core four, those are the main characters of the show that me and you just watched
Right.
this
Like
season,
if this was
right?
a sitcom, they would definitely have
Yes,
the introductions at the
yes.
beginning
They would have,
with a theme
Melanie
song in the
poses like
background.
this, and then you get her first name, last name. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everywhere you look,
You got Kata
everywhere you
coming in.
go. Yeah, exactly.
Then you
You
got
got a
Melanie.
dog, right? You got the neighbor and all that, right? Okay, that would be it, right? With
Mm,
the UK version, you know what I'm saying? It's different because it feels like any one of those, you know, main islanders, the OG islanders, whoever the case may be, it feels like they can get dumped at any time. At any point in
look,
time, we can have a
these characters were
recoupling
comfortable on this
and they
show.
get dumped. These characters were comfortable as fuck,
They
and they
actually not
and they
it was beyond comfortable. They actually felt powerful. Like they knew
they
they were
felt
in charge.
entitled. Actually, they
Come on,
felt
Anaya.
entitled. Actually,
Come on,
extremely
Trinity.
entitled. You know what I'm saying? They
Come
kept
on,
on being
Kata.
like, remember when KC and TT were in the top four and Zach and Kato weren't, and they were like, oh
Exactly.
no, why does America hate us? We deserve
Exactly.
to be here. You know, we've been together since day
Right.
two.
Right.
Bitch,
Like,
why does that matter?
bitch, this is a motherfucking show where you're supposed to get dumped and voted off. Like,
Exactly.
what you mean? I don't care if he was here on day one. At this point, anybody can get it. And that's the problem. And another thing that was really bad was the Casa Amor people came in feeling like extras. Like, they didn't
Hmm.
feel like main character energy. They knew, even like Poor Souls, Justice for Soul. But even people like Soul and Amora, and even Carl, poor Carl, even though he made it far, it's just like they come in knowing that it's not really about us. Like
They
we're just trying
literally come in
we're just
bowing
trying to
down.
like we're just trying to fit in. Like I'm trying to date what's his name? I'm trying to date Sincere, but
Mhm.
Sincere has this whole thing with Melanie. So I don't feel comfortable giving my all to it. And poor Carl is like, well, damn it, I wish I could have had the opportunity to explore, but they just brought me here to save poor Naya because she got her heart broken. And even on tonight's episode, they was making Casey a villain. And I told you in that book that they were reading, they kept talking about KC, bro. It was all about KC. She got her heart broken by KC. I just feel like if I was KC at this point, especially since he's probably gonna go live tonight on his social. He should talk shit because why y'all still talking about me? Do y'all have a
Mhm.
chemistry and do y'all have a love story, or am I a part of the love story? And this is I'm helping you get over KC because what is y'all bond? If you take KC out of the equation, what do they have?
That I mean, it's gonna get uncomfortable if you ask that question. It's gonna get very uncomfortable. It's getting
It's already
uncomfortable as
uncomfortable
well.
seeing them engage with that fake ass relationship.
It is, man. But you're gonna ask some uncomfortable questions, man, because it seems like an awful lot of that whole community is very KC centric. It seems like they're the real KC fans. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really care for KC like that. He annoyed me like fuck with the
He
soul
did.
thing
He
because
committed
he
no
didn't go for
crime.
soul. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but I mean, a lot of y'all with the way that y'all be on Casey's ass and studying his every single move, I feel like they the real fans, actually. You know what I'm saying? They really ride or die for him. I feel like Corbin was actually my guy the whole time. Corbin GPT. Shout out to Corbin.
Shout out to Corbin. Yeah. You know what? Speaking of Corbin, and I like, I like KC too. But if if Corbin was KC, like if he was in that situation, Corbin wouldn't have gave a fuck about Anaya trying to guilt trip him.
Nope.
He would have definitely
That's
rocked.
why he's my favorite
He would
island.
have, yeah, he would have definitely fucked with Soul. Actually, he probably would have chose Soul, and then Anaya asked her to way home. Like, so, like the thing about, I gotta respect Corbin for that because that boy Corbin, he don't give a fuck about none of
But
that.
see, this is the thing. This is the thing, though. You have to remember what season of Love Island that we're watching. Okay, this is weird parasocial Love Island. Okay, so even if Corbin chose Soul and sent Anaya home, production then would have given the audience a chance to vote Anaya back in and have her recouple with somebody new, with a new bombshell or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they're always gonna find a way to rig it so that the fan favorites of the weird ass women who watch this show, you know what I'm saying? And by weird ass women, I mean the weird ass women. And specifically and only them. The parasocial ones, the ones who attach themselves overly to other girls in the show who don't have anything to do with anything aside from just being women on a reality TV show. But they identify with them and they attach themselves with them and see them as friends and go and they ride hard for these girls and
They're
they
voting.
create
Yeah,
stand pages and
They're
stand
voting.
accounts and all this stuff.
Sorry to cut you off.
Oh no,
They're
no, no. Go ahead.
they're voting as I like this person, not voting as couples. Like again, this is Love
Mhm.
Island. This is not Fan Island. This is not Stan Island. This is not Bestie Island. This is like who is a couple. So you're voting for two people, the girl and the male that she's dating, a pairing, and they don't understand that. But it's funny because when you were talking, you said something that made me think about what I noticed on the episode tonight, which you did. Okay, so basically it refers to Trinity and Bryce. So there was a segment where the families were congratulating, the contestants for making it to the final four. So they showed Bryce's brother. Of course, Bryce is white, so his brother's white. So he's like, "Hey, congratulations, everyone!" And he goes on to say, "We think you will fit in perfectly with our family. We're really happy to invite you in our family," or something like that. Then the next clip transitions over to Trinity's family, and then Trinity's, now mind you, the little white guy seems very calm and wholesome and just like a typical white person, and then actually kind of a weird white person. But anyway, then you have the next. It transitions to Trinity's sister, and Trinity's sister comes on, and now I see where Trinity gets from. She's like, "Yeah, bitch," all that like you did that shit, like all that like ghetto hood rat shit, and I'm just like, if
Ugh.
Trinity and that family's not gonna go together. Like this is not real, bro. Like that's not. There's no way those people are gonna feel comfortable. She was definitely that typical ghetto girl. I mean, the little edges laid out, the little wig on her head, the extra long nails, and she's like,
We
"Yeah, bitch,
don't need
you
to
ate
go
that."
there.
She's like, "You ate that." So how is that type of energy going to mesh well with Bryce's family? Like, oh yeah, like it's just two different worlds, and that's okay. But
Yeah.
my thing is not together. Like Trinity can have her man, the actual man that she likes in real life, and then Bryce can have his man, his white man that he likes, or the guys. Like Bryce can have his men. She can have her men separately. They're not a
Yeah.
thing together though.
It's just so stupid because it just ruins the whole point of this show. Like this show is supposed to be the one reality TV show that is like actually authentic. Because you're coming on this show and you're gonna look like a fucking idiot no matter what you do. So what's the point in not being yourself? But y'all have made this show, and by y'all I mean the parasocial, you know what I'm saying, primarily female. But I mean I won't say only female, primarily female audience that watches this. Actually, it is a loud majority. I don't even know if it's a majority, but there's just a loud portion of this audience that is extremely vocal on the social medias, right? And is constantly voting. That specific audience has ruined the show because they are literally willing to, go for and die for and bring out the pitchforks
Not
and,
die for.
bully people, leave whatever type of comments, you know what I'm saying? For whatever random, what I'm saying, girls productions decides to cast that are the black girls that for that season. You know what I'm saying? Or, that represent whatever group. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, like at this point, it's like they've realized that, yeah, the majority of people that watch this show are black. So, we're just gonna cater to them and just make this the black show. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like,
It's
is
so
that now
annoying.
is that not like where we're at? Is that not
This
where
is
we're at?
sad. And here's my thing, right? Like, if it is the black show or people are like race aside, it should be Love Island. So, like, they
It
still
should be, but it's
they should.
not,
It's
man.
not. And this whole thing, this is like a big social experiment. It just reminds me of this thing that I've been thinking about recently, which is, in school, in grade school, shout out to the teachers, but in grade school, it's like when you have your sometimes kids are separated in classrooms, right? Like you got the special ed kids in a different class, kids who have a little bit learning disabilities to get a little bit more support. You have the advanced placement classes of people, they have the gen ed. Like sometimes you're like
Yeah,
separated. But when you have shows like this, it's just like with social
everybody
media, you got
together.
everybody all
Everybody's
together. But
together.
and we all gotta take a vote or take this test that affects all of us. And it's just like, well, god damn it. Like, so it's just like we can't get to a solution that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because the logical thinking people who can see beyond the lies and the bullshit, the people who are not going to fall for the fake Bryce and Trinity scammers of it all. But I got to give it to Bryce and Trinity. Like I told you, they're actors, to be actors, HBO Max actors. I called it from the beginning. They're just lying. They're just doing whatever. But they won.
Yeah,
So as
yeah,
much as I hate and I just dislike the phoniness of it all, they played the game. They knew people are gullible. I mean, and shout out to Bryce. He said, you know what? If I make her my girlfriend, that's gonna, even though we have no real chemistry, if I just make her my girlfriend, we're the only couple that's girlfriend and boyfriend. And that's
yeah,
the case. Even when they don't, even they're stronger couples with stronger connections, stronger history. But he said, let me just say that the fans ate that up tonight on tonight's episode. He just randomly was like, I love you. And she's like, oh, me too. I thought so like they just be throwing shit out to win, and it worked. So
yeah. I mean, like I said, it's just at this point, like, man, it's a formula. And honestly, like, I wonder what this show would be like if the
there was no
people,
money prize.
well, I don't. The money, okay, see, this is the thing though. The money prize used to never matter because there would be so many contestants that like your chances of actually winning the money are so slim.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So like it used to be to where like if you were a bombshell or someone from Casa coming on the show, like you're coming on the show, but you're trying to steal somebody's man and you're trying to stay on the show for longer so that you can, maybe
I
find a
know.
connection and then is like your main objective. And like B, maybe you're gonna get some brand deals because you do good on the show and you become famous,
Yeah.
or like a
Keep going. I'll be
semi-celebrity.
right back in like 5 seconds.
Oh, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But most people didn't actually like feel like they would actually, win the show. It at least, right? But with this current model, they have absolutely made it to where anybody can win the show because there's not that many Islanders, right? I mean, I can name all of the Islanders off the top of my head, and I can't do that for any other season of Love Island just because there's usually like 20 folks, bro. there's usually like at least 20 people, you know? I mean, in this one, there's, you know, the core four was there the entire time. Of the OG Islanders, only Sean left and Beatrice, I think. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, of course, Casey at one point. And then aside from that, all the dumping for bombshells. There were no bombshells after Casa Amor. There usually are bombshells after Casa Amor. You know, it's like, yeah, there just wasn't a lot of Islanders going in and out at all this season. So it's kind of stupid um to kind of set up the show like this and then be so critical of the few people that actually do cause that actually play Love Island correctly and actually do cause any of the movement in the show. Because at the end of the day, if we want to, you know, chastise and flay Casey and Corbin by the balls for, you know, choosing different women, cool, you can do that, but who's going to provide your entertainment next season? I mean, if
Yeah.
it wasn't for Casey and Corbin, and Sincere, what drama is there in the show? There's no drama in the show otherwise. There's not even a there's no love. There's nothing going on in Love Island if it isn't for those three men actually talking to other people in their couple and switching things up. And like it seems like they were really the only people. I mean, and Sincere was, you know, of course, being a clown about it and lying. So I don't even want to really count him because it feels like he explored. He did it incorrectly because he knew he wouldn't leave Melanie, right? So I mean, really, Casey, Corbin, and Kinsey, shout out to y'all. Of the OG Islanders and, you know, the people that came before Casa, shout out to y'all. Everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Like it's really hard for me to say that any of y'all are anything but scammers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
It's hard for me
sad.
to
And
say any of y'all are anything but scammers. That's all I got.
yeah. And I know last time when I went live, and I think you and I went live together as well, we were talking about what's
Mhm.
going to come next. And I think I sent Brandon this message earlier. I know some of you guys, I was telling you, we're going to be doing Big Brother. We're considering Big Brother, but also I just found out about this show called Love at First Sight, which comes on Peacock. And it actually just aired today, or was it yesterday? Today, actually. And so I'm
It's
gonna
married
watch
at first
that.
sight.
Oh yeah, Married at First Sight. That's what it's called. Okay, so Married at First Sight. I have never seen it, but most of you guys, I'm assuming you have Peacock because you watch this show, Love Island. So there'll be something we can all watch together. Married at First Sight. Thank you, Anthony. Shout out. What's up, Anthony? But Married at First Sight, which I think will be good because again, I'm all for something that doesn't have to deal with the audience voting. Like as long as there's like nobody voting and like maybe there's no monetary prize. I don't know. Like maybe these are genuine people who are really like in real situations where they're getting married or they're trying to find love. I think that'll be interesting for us to like talk about and like it not be so like toxic and like stupid and we be stressed out. Like I don't mind talking about shows, but when I'm being insulted, when my intelligence is being insulted, like I can't. So I'm excited for a different show that we can talk about. So yes, we're gonna be talking about Married at First Sight, right? Brandon, you
Oh
cool with
yeah.
that? Or
Yeah,
Big Brother? We're trying to
I
figure out which
am
one.
I'm down for Married at First Sight. I feel like that'll probably be way easier to cover. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we can just kind of go in with the Married at First Sight. You know,
Okay.
once a week when the episode
Especially since it
comes
just
out.
aired.
hmm
Okay.
hmm I've never seen the show before, but I mean, I think it'll probably be. I mean, conceptually, it sounds fun. I know that they have experts that kind of walk everybody through it and, you know, break down like what um help them, you know, kind of, or they have expert matchmakers that kind of like put the different couples together based off of, you know, however the fuck you matchmake people. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not exactly
Making sure they're
sure.
compatible,
Yeah,
similar interests, they
right.
match each other's physical needs, stuff like that.
Honestly, we probably should see more matchmakers these days with the current
To
state
what?
of
Love?
the world. Yeah, the current state of world, the love. I mean, just look at. I think Love Island's a perfect example of that. I think Love Island's a perfect example of that. It shows you like the Islanders in Love Island are bad enough this year. but the audience's reaction to it
Ooh,
is
they
a
need some support.
whole other thing. It's a
Oh,
whole
that's
other
such a good point.
it's a
Because if
whole other thing.
they, yes, because that means that, for example, with the Trinity and Bryce stuff, if they're actually falling for that, that means that they don't know what love is. Like they're falling for the bare minimum. Because the
Mhm.
conversations and the interaction that Bryce and Trinity have, and even Anaya and Carl, like it's so surface level. Like it's not love. Like anybody who really knows love, like genuine love, the ups and downs, the actual getting to know each other, the passion. Once again, I got to give another shout out to Melanie and Sincere tonight. That looked like some real stuff there. But I don't
Bro,
know if they
in
think
the
that
in the
Trinity and
current
Bryce is
political
real,
bro,
huh?
bro, real
What's
quick,
up?
real quick. In the current I'm sorry to interrupt you. In the current political climate with our current administration and everything and all the shit happening in the world, they
Yeah,
are falling for the white man savior gimmick
yeah,
2 years in a row
and
with the Nicolandry and like in this now. They have fallen for it. I mean, and you got to know like this is a black show, man. Like you know who's voting, bro. It's like it's not people that have skin that isn't the same as ours. You know what I'm
I'm
saying? Like so I mean like we like hey man, there's a I think we just got to acknowledge the reality. You know what I'm saying? We just got
if
to
we go,
acknowledge the reality.
yes, and if we're going to acknowledge the reality, let's even make it deeper and bigger here. Like we live in a society where people are just super gullible, right? So from politics with the president to the foods that people are eating to the vaccine to all these different things, people are not critically thinking. And I wish that, like, I think more than ever in the times that we live, you got to use that brain. You really got to question everything and connect the dots. And I think that people like Trinity, I think it's very easy to scam these days. That vaccine got you triggered, but it's
Mm,
easy. I feel
who
like it's.
me?
Hmm?
Who me?
I don't know. Are you?
Oh no, no, like
Yeah.
sorry, so that came out of nowhere. But I was like, I
I,
guess you're not
I was
talking.
asking because I realized I was having
I was like, is there
flashbacks.
another comment?
No, I thought it was you because I'm saying that because I'm having flashbacks because when you say that word, I'm just expecting when you hear the vaccine or COVID, like someone's getting offended, someone's getting mad. So I'm just like, wait, did I offend you? I don't know. But I don't know. I just feel like we live in a
Oh
time
no,
where
no, I was vaccinated. Yeah, yeah. I was. Did you say something about like the COVID vaccine was bad or something?
I was just saying like we have to question things. I feel like we live like from us coming overcoming that and dealing with certain shit where people are manipulating and just saying whatever, putting out any narrative. I just feel like more than ever we need to be questioning stuff, even when it comes to dating shows and people trying to scam to win the money. That's all I was trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, Anthony. I like the last quote he just said. He said the season of Love Island was dookie. And I think since this is the last episode, we got to give our little rating. This is if I had to do a scale of 1 to 10, this season maybe a 3. And the only reason why I would probably give it a 3,
Out of 10?
3 or 4, yeah, out of 10, three or
Out of
four out of
100?
10, and out of 10. Oh,
Out of
out of 100,
100?
right, right. Because even me saying 3 or 4 out of 10 is giving a lot. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely no more than a 3. And the reason why I give it a 3, or at least that maximum 3, is because we got some react like Melanie and her reactions created drama and stuff that was talked about, whether we talked about it on YouTube and people talk about it on social media. Even Anaya, even though she was toxic and draining and she got on my fucking nerves, but even like the Casey and Anaya stuff, they got the people talking. They had us talking. They had the social media talking. So I think when it comes to a reality show, especially from a production standpoint, and your goal is to have you want your show to be talked about. So we
Mm,
definitely had some people on the cast who start even sincere, like they got the people talking. But when you think about, but I can't go higher than a 3 because when I think about the purpose of the show, which is to find love, right? The purpose of the show is I'm thinking about compatibility. Like, are these people compatible? Do they have chemistry? Like, and even to what you were saying earlier about people rotating, because I even remember when I watched last season, you had a lot of bombshells. It was a lot of bombshells. Nobody really felt that secure in their placement, except for like Olandria, of course. But I feel like most people didn't really feel so set. I mean, you have arrogant Ace who even last season sometimes when he was like, "Oh, I didn't know if I was gonna go home or not." Like he would get nervous sometimes. And so I just feel
Mhm.
like the cast, like you said, it was like it's a scripted show where there's the main characters. To me that's weird. Like if there is a monetary prize, if there's going to be winners, nobody should feel that comfortable.
Yeah.
Why are we bringing Carl in a cake for one person? To me, that's entitlement, which she clearly shows. She's entitled anyway. And I think that shows like this is good for entitled women to come on and be humbled. And I feel like the fact that we brought Anaya, who's already entitled, and she made it to second place, they brought her a man. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like
But like, see, like that's the problem though, is that this show and shows like Love Island humble a lot of people, you know,
yeah,
and with this particular variation of the show, the US version in particular, they've decided that they're not gonna let, a certain demographic get humbled. They're gonna do the opposite. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna do everything that they can to, keep and preserve, you know what I'm saying? Like the goodwill and I mean, which in my opinion, that should be even more insulting to y'all because they're making you make a wish kids. Like Love Island has
not Make a Wish
literally
kids,
turned, yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're like that's what they've done, man. Like they're
not Make a
bringing out
Wish.
they're bringing out the teddy bear and you know what I'm saying? They've got they've
Bringing out
got like
fairy tale books.
they've got kitty gloves on. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you see people boxing and they got like pads and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like what? They boxing with
Yeah,
pads? You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh yeah, they're still beginners. We're taking it easy on them. You know what I'm saying? Special rules for it's like when you play your dad in basketball and he's like, yeah, I'm only gonna use my right hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it's like they're giving y'all a handicap. Like, I don't know. I would feel insulted because they're looking down on you. They're putting you on a lower pedestal. You know what I'm saying?
the bar is
And
in hell. The bar is
yeah,
super low.
yeah, it's pretty insulting, man, because I mean, like, it's 2 years in a row now. And it's so like blatantly obvious too, because they can't let any time that you know what I'm saying, it's someone that's vulnerable. Because, like, okay, like I said earlier, right? In a good season of Love Island, the villa should be the main character. No characters, no any particular person, right? You know what I'm saying? And in a season like that, right? It should feel like anybody at any time can leave the show. Anybody at any time can get cut, can get axed. You know what I'm saying? They can get dumped. You know what I'm saying? And have to go on after something next week, right? That's what a good season should feel like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Can I?
saying? The
Yeah. I
moment for this season where that happened should have been Anaya getting dumped after Casey chose TT and she made a mistake and chose uh Casey instead of choosing Carl. That should have been her moment, you know what I'm saying, where she made the mistake and actions have
Exactly.
consequences.
You make a
She
mistake, you
should have
gotta
not had
deal
a
with it.
match for that.
That's life. You're
Exactly.
not gonna be able to make a
She
mistake in
should have chose
production.
Carl.
And production brings you back a person. That's not how life works.
Carl,
But
she did have better chemistry with him. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, as you were speaking, I thought about something. Even when it comes to, because there's so many layers to, a lot of symbolism with this show and how it's going. I think it also shows the state of the Black community, how they don't value Black love. Because if you think about it, a lot of these voters are Black people, right? And they literally put Anaya and Carl, something that's not even in true existence, something that's just a potential thing, um, over they voted TT and Casey out. That's Black love. You know what I mean? That's two Black people. We don't have on even the final four. There's not Black on Black love. I mean, you have some dark skin. You have Melanie and Sincere. That's the blackest couple you have, but everybody else is like interracial, or
And I
not.
saw
But
after seeing both their parents, neither of them are black.
yeah,
Like like after seeing their parents, I can safely say that like they're Hispanic, but I mean like they're not black people. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like so I mean, really this final four was absent of an actual black per male and female. Yes.
Exactly. And so, and I think that it just shows again how black people don't really truly value it. And because think about it,
And
if it
keep in
was
mind,
reversed,
Casa Amor when they dumped all the dark skinned men
exactly. If
besides Corey.
you, yep. And if you were to actually like think about it, if it was reversed, white people, if they were in a position to where they had to choose between a white couple, two white people, and an interracial couple that was just potential that you don't even know about, they're gonna say, let's push for our, and that's not just for white people, that's what most cultures like, you're gonna stick by
Asians,
your
that's
people.
what,
But
yeah,
black
yeah,
people are
yeah,
so
exactly.
easily manipulated and they just be missing what's going on. They just they get so caught up in their feelings and their emotions. Oh, KC hurt Anaya. Mind you, KC's just he's playing the game, right? Like he didn't hurt Anaya. She's just fucking crazy. But oh, KC hurt Anaya. So they're in
Yeah,
their
keep in mind,
feelings.
nobody's together besides Trinity and Bryce this entire season.
Exactly.
Nobody's
Exactly. So
together.
now you just voted off black love. So it's just like they just be missing the mark.
Well, I mean, it's just like once again, at the end of the day, I think it just goes to show more so than I feel like it's a black love thing. The thing that matters more so is just the fact that so much of this community, and by this community, I mean the black community, are very weird people. Like extremely online,
Emotional as fuck.
extremely, extremely online, and because I mean, like, I feel like our media consumption as a culture might be way too high. I feel like we consume too much media. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I feel like you talk to white people, they don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a couple artists they like. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know every single new artist out or whatever. You talk to black people, they know everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like maybe we are online too much as a culture, and then
And
that gets to the point to where we have a whole community of women who identify with and see themselves as random girls that get casted on a TV show where you lick people's feet in a challenge.
and to your point too though, yes, we're online. Yes, we're probably online more, but here's what I will tell you. And I because I actually I study. I told you I study people. I live in New York, where it's like people everywhere, and I check the algorithms for what most black people consume and what white people consume is totally different. Like, let's say if I'm on a train,
Interesting.
if I'm sitting next to a black person, especially a low vibrational one, you look at their phone, they're on the shade room, they're on the blogs, they know about, they just read, they just scrolling through celebrity gossip,
And that's by
right?
design. That's by
It's
design,
it's
by the
by
way.
design. Yeah, they push
Yeah.
it. But then if it's a white person, they're playing like word games. They're probably, and I be reading books too,
Yeah.
but they're
New
probably
York
reading a
Times
book.
games and shit. They're playing
But
Wordle.
they got something about financial advice. Like the shit that they consume is like night and day. And so then you have these people who are just consuming toxic, nonsensical information, and then they're watching this show.
And I mean, like, also, it's like white people have their own slop that they enjoy. Like, white people
Yeah.
love like Summer House and
Yeah.
Real Housewives of
But they
Orangeburg
can
and like
afford to do
whatever the
that.
fuck else. But
Yeah.
like, I feel like we do this shit too much.
And we're not in a
Like,
position to do it too much.
yo, like I feel like y'all take this shit so seriously. It can't
Yeah.
just be a TV show. But Casey says one thing and he has to be red pill and an incel, a misogynist, this, that, and the fourth. You
They
know what I'm
take
saying?
one thing and make it this whole think piece, thinking they sound smart, but really you sound crazy. It's giving mentally ill.
Vanderpump Rules, Jersey Shore, right? Yeah, so on and so forth. Like white people have slop, but we have the whole Zeus network.
That shit is insane.
We have baddies. You know what I'm
That
saying?
shit is
Like
insane.
I feel like I really hate to say it, but
Say
this
it.
season of Love Island, I feel like it's a straw that's breaking the camel's back for me, and I'm having a little bit of a crisis right here, y'all, with my people. I think y'all need to turn the fucking TV off. I think y'all need to turn the TV off, bro. You know what I'm
Go
saying?
outside and smell the
I
roses.
mean, maybe and yo, we have an obesity problem too. Maybe we just need to get off the couches, bro. Maybe we need to get off the
We're having
couches.
a
Stop watching
literacy
TV.
we got a lot of problems. We got a literacy problem, financial problems. People need to go ahead and read. People need to get ahead and grind. People need to go ahead and like fall in love. We got, I mean, it's a
I'm gonna
lot
be
of
like
things.
Casey and start a run club, bro.
Oh, Casey has a run club.
Casey did have a run club. Yeah, he started a run club for black people in Fresno.
You
I
have a
saw.
book club. Is your book club for Black people or just for everybody?
I mean, it's for everybody, but
It's
we
for
do have a
everybody.
lot of
That's
black
great.
people that come.
That's
Um,
great.
but we were doing some audiobook walks where you listen to your audiobooks and you walk and stuff, and But
That's kind of cool.
I don't know, man. Maybe I just sort of black people run club or something. Because I don't know, man. This shit is really alarming. Like, yo, like the sirens were playing. You know what I'm saying? While this season was unfolding, like this shit is an actual problem, y'all. Like, this is the most popular TV show right now, and it's basically a bunch of black people being
Bullshit.
coons.
Yes,
That's where we're at. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I need to get y'all outside. I might do I start community organizing? Like
you
shit,
do.
I don't know, man. Like something's gotta change. Are y'all worth saving?
The community is cooked.
That's the crazy. Are y'all worth saving? Oh, I don't know if they're worth saving, Juicy. Are they worth it?
They need healing. They need healing.
Oh, I don't know.
They need therapy.
What y'all
It
saying
says
in the chat?
Casey, were you going to hit Trinity? This season was in trouble. So what? Casey said TT was worthy of being his girl, and now the people are going. Oh, you talking about the after sun? I missed that. And calling Anaya fragile. She was fragile. Anaya was fragile. I mean, it was clear as day. Did you see how she broke down? She got on her knees. She was crying like she's in a
I
Tyler Perry
saw a
film.
clip today that was from week. The first week, and Melanie pulled KC for a chat because Sincere went to go talk to Kata. If
Mhm.
you see, it's like this is really early. If you remember
Wait,
this,
wait. Who pulled who for a chat?
Melanie pulled KC
Okay.
because Kato was talking to Sincere for a little small moment. So
Okay.
she was so Melanie's like, I'm gonna try KC now. I'm gonna explore my options. And just
Okay.
from Melanie pulling KC didn't pull nobody. He got pulled by a girl. And
Right.
Naya is talking to Sincere and like some of the other Islanders, and she's like, I'm so pissed off and this, that,
Right.
or
Like
you know what I'm saying?
crazy.
And this is week one. And keep in mind, we all know that clip of Casey and nobody was behind his door. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
it really is crazy, man. Since the start,
The double
they have
standards is crazy. They ignore everything that she does. They ignore the gaslighting, the manipulation, the tears, the entitlement, the
bad, man.
disrespect, calling him a little boy, calling him a bitch, calling him a coward, running up to him like, "Why are you standing up?" She did a whole lot, but let them tell it. He's the disrespectful one. I'm like, but this is how you know that, like, again, this is a big social experiment. You have people who have trauma, and KC triggers something in them. There's something
Mhm.
that's unhealed in themselves, and
Yeah.
they're seeing it play out. They have something that they didn't get healed from. They didn't get closure from. And so they're looking to see, well, if Anaya gets closure, if KC apologizes to her, then it'll make me feel better. Like literally, like because it's like there's no way you're that invested to the point where you hate this fellow black man. You claim that they claim that they respect black men, but they truly don't because like are people not allowed to, even if it's a miscommunication situation, are we not allowed to give this man grace and at least listen to him? They didn't want to hear anything that Casey had to say.
Mhm. I don't even think it's necessarily like a black man thing. I mean, a lot of the vitriol towards Casey for sure is like because it's specific vitriol towards Casey that isn't towards Sincere or even Corbin, right? But and Casey and Corbin did get the most
Exactly.
vitriol, and they were the
Exactly.
two black Islanders or
Exactly.
the two black males. So
Because
yeah,
they were so
but
respectful to Sincere. Sincere was the most disrespectful in this cast. When Sincere was
yeah, he
talk,
was.
they was silent. They was like, "Oh," and you didn't watch it. I don't know if you watched the last couple of episodes, but when Sincere, they were talking about who was it? The girls were rooting for Melanie to
No,
work it
no,
out
no.
with Sincere.
I saw
You
that.
saw
I
that
saw
one?
that clip. I
They
saw
were
that
so
clip.
supportive. They was like, "We love Sincere." Da da da. But I'm like, the way that he hurt Melanie versus what KC did is like
To
it's not even
Anaya is way different.
it's not even a comparison.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I'm like, it's a I don't like black men thing.
Sincere moved with a more crazier than Casey moved with TC, and Casey brought TT back. So it was pretty crazy. But yeah, no, this season is nuts. Do we want to go over our favorites from the season? Oh, I forgot to give my rating as well. I'm gonna give it a 1 because I did
1 out
enjoy
of
some
10.
of, yeah, I did enjoy some of the earlier bits. Give me fucking 10 was entertaining, like when we still had some real islanders, like Beatrice, she was cool, but I mean it's just like everyone that got dumped was one of the real islanders. And yeah, man, aside from that, it's hard to say that anything positive was really done this season. I mean, like we got a really dramatic Casa, like recoupling, which I thought was great. Like them coming back and the yelling and whatnot that we got was extremely dramatic, and I hyperventilating. Like I had never seen that level of drama really. And I mean, I think before that, there was an episode that was really good too, wasn't there, Juicy? Like I remember we came live and we were like, "Oh, the production saved the season."
Oh,
Oh, it
movie night.
was
It was because we thought that oh, when the Casa Amor, or was it movie night?
I think it was before Casa Amor when they brought in like Caleb and Soul in them, maybe.
I think it was after that.
Mm, I don't know, but regardless, we had like some decent moments. But man, production, y'all sold. This is probably the worst production job I've ever seen.
Yeah,
We had so many Islanders get dumped due to being racist, just like it perpetually happened. And so then I feel like as a result, we didn't have as many Islanders because one of the OGs got dumped as a result of it. One of the cast of people got dumped as a result of it. Zach, you casted Zach, which is stupid because his brother was just on the show. So then he comes in, he's clearly playing a game, and he couples up with Kata and stays with her from the start. You know what I'm saying? You bring in Caleb, who's 20 years old, and he's not gonna shake shit off.
he's
Like, why'd
boring
you
as
even bring
hell,
him in?
timid.
Yeah, you like
They had a lot of shy ass people. You have like Caleb. They
Jen,
had Jen. They had people wait. You
Jen.
had Jen. You had Gal. You had who else was a waste of space? You had Jaden. Like you had so many people who were just like, and then you had potential people like Soul. Soul had potential. She got out of there. You had people like Beatrice, and I get
That's
it. Like
it.
she just,
That's it. She's one of
I,
those. I mean, that's it. We've discussed all the bombshells. The bombshells were Soul, Caleb, Jen, Gabe, and
you mean
Kata.
Gal? You said Gabe. You
No,
mean
Gabe.
Gal?
Gabe,
So I don't even know who Gabe is.
the Hispanic guy who got dumped.
Gabe.
He
Okay.
was Brazilian. He was Brazilian.
Okay. It's hitting me, but it ain't hit me yet. It's
Yeah,
coming
his name
close
was
to me, but I know
Gabriel. Gabrielle is
Gabrielle. Okay.
Gabrielle.
I
Yeah,
remember
Gabrielle.
that name. I can't see. I can't put a face to that name though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, those were the only bombshells. All of the other people were from Casa, so they don't even count as bombshells. So yeah, production, y'all fumbled. The challenges sucked. Everything sucked, man. This was the worst season of Love Island I've
And
ever seen. It's not close.
yeah. And can I tell y'all
Not close.
something?
This is a
And I
good
just
show, I
want
promise.
right. And I just want to say this because I know, especially to the day ones who just been rocking with us. I don't want y'all to think that like we're just negative as people. I feel like I know we've complained
No,
a lot. Like we did not create like we didn't say let's make a show to just like complain and be negative. Like no, like that was not the intent.
I wish the
But
show was amazing.
yeah, like I really just want to analyze and talk about shit. But when you have like all these things happening, it's hard to like not address the elephant in the room, and we're always gonna keep it real. So we're like naturally, like if something to complain about, I'm gonna complain about it. But I
It's
had
not here.
high hopes. I had high hopes. Again, this is my second time. This is my second time watching Love Island. I just remember last season, and I was like, okay, that was pretty good. Really excited. I was really hoping to see an uptick, right? Because last season was great, and I was looking for even better. And like it seemed like they took a lot of like backward steps. So it was like disappointment. Because I remember the feeling that I got when I watched the last episode of season 7. I was excited. I was like, who's gonna win? Is it gonna be? Well, I was also kind of mad when Taylor and didn't make it, but I was actually excited to see who was gonna win this season or this episode. It was a complete completely different feeling. It was just like, okay, what are we doing? We don't even have Corbin and Parmita. We don't have TT and Casey. Why is Anaya and Carl still here? Why is Bryce and Trinity still here? Okay, then we get to Toxic 2. What are we doing? So it just felt, it was just a different type of, I was just like, what is going on?
Yeah, and like last season was, I think it was very controversial as well. Like I don't, like it definitely wasn't the best season of Love Island because production definitely meddled too much, and I think that they did a lot of the votes incorrectly, and they kind of structured them to where like could have lasted too long, and she definitely stayed too long on the show.
They just wanted all the
But
dramatic stuff from her because they knew she was crazy and did TV.
yeah, they wanted to milk her. They wanted to milk her dry, and I mean, it ended up kind of being worth it because she got broken up with on the final date,
That
which
was
was a
funny as fuck. And then
goated
she
Love
still
Island
wanted him to
episode.
carry her over the
And
water.
yes, that
I'm glad
was
he said no.
very
I'm so
good.
glad he said no.
Yeah, that was a very good moment. And I mean, you also got like her trying to coerce him into having sex like that, like the night, like, and she's like, if you don't, then I'll be mad at you the entire rest of the day or whatever and stuff.
She is
So
so
like
crazy.
you got a lot of really like just like what the fuck is going on like moments from last season to where it was like crazy, but like man, this season was just like, I mean, when three of the four finalists are scammers and they're there the entire show.
Right? Because even as a producer, my thing is just like, come on now. On a from a production standpoint, it's like I bet they're like, yo, come on. There's no way Bryce and Trinity. This is not some real shit. Like, figure a way to like expose them or figure out a way to challenge their connection. Like the fact they had no fucking problem, no
Mhm.
drama. Oh, speaking of that, what was so fake to me, it's just like they're so fake. On tonight's episode, both of them said it at different times, but Trinity and Bryce both said, when I reflect back on our experience, during this time, we overcome so much, the ups and the downs. And it's like, what downs did y'all go through?
It was just Bryce liking Kata. That was it.
And truly, what ups? I mean, it was more so like just stagnant. What ups and downs, Bryce and Trinity, did y'all go through? If anybody can talk about ups and downs, that's where Sincere and Melanie, who had a real situation, can comment on. That's even when hell, even with Zach and Kata, they had some ups and downs that they overcame, whether you think they're real or not or whatever. They've had real emotions that had ups and downs. So I can respect them for saying that. But when you have someone like Trinity and Bryce saying shit like that, it's just more testament to y'all are fake as fuck.
What?
And no one's buying. Well, the slow people are buying it, but I'm not buying it.
They saying they hired an actor for Melanie's dad in the
Who
comments?
stop lying?
What?
Stop it.
Yo, yeah.
There's no way. Because I did peep that. You didn't watch. Okay, so you didn't watch the previous episode, but it's so like they no, you did see Family Night, didn't you?
Mhm.
Okay, so with Family Night, Mel's mom and her sister, they were not impressed with Sincere. They lit him up.
Yeah.
And so again, so we had tonight's episode where they're like the families were congratulating the final four. I was like, okay, there's no way that her mom and her sister are gonna have a change of heart. It has to be Melanie's dad. So I saw the dad, which I thought that was her dad. So it wasn't her dad. Is this
No,
confirmed?
look in the
Where are we getting this
comments. They
information
say
from?
they say the dude that played his Melanie's dad is actually an actor, and that they found old
Stop.
pictures of her dad, and he's a black dude.
So here's the thing. Like again, there's like we have to understand the context. If he looks black, he can look black but be Dominican. And you can figure
No,
that
but
out.
a black Dominican, as opposed to the white dude that they showed tonight, who was a
No, he
white
was
Dominican,
a black. No, it was a black guy tonight.
like a light. But in the comments, they saying he wasn't.
No, they saying. Let me pull. No, I'll pull it up now because maybe I forgot. So let me pull it up so we can settle this for once and for all. Uh, pull up the Peacock app. Peacock app. See, look at Married at First Sight, y'all. This is the next thing me and Brandon are gonna be reviewing. Married at First Sight. Okay, let's see. But anyway, what do you think about that? That's crazy. If they did
Um,
hire an actor, that's insane.
I mean, it just
But there's no way
I'm
though
not
because she
surprised at this
reacted
point,
to
man.
it. If it wasn't her dad, wouldn't she? Because they looked at the video and they responded.
No, but I
Wouldn't you
mean,
be like, that's not my
like you
dad?
gotta realize at this point, like we're at a point with this show is so fake now. Like you can't believe anything, dude. You literally can't believe anything. They could have literally pulled Melanie aside and be like, "Yo, act like that's your dad."
Oh, you
Like,
guys are
bro,
right. I just
nothing's
found
off
it.
the
Listen.
table in my opinion. After last season where they brought back Nick and Alandria and like like they kind of dropped the Nick Alandria Easter egg and stuff and then after
Wait,
this
here's
season with
Melanie's.
all
I got
oh,
Melanie's
you had it
dad.
right up on Peacock.
So
I thought you were just gonna Google
he is
Melanie's
light
dad.
skinned. He's light skinned and he's speaking Spanish. See, this is her dad. So what are they talking about? So they were saying that he was that he what her dad was a brother. Okay, so now let's figure out.
Yeah, I don't think he was calling that guy a black dude. I
Yeah,
don't think he was
I just
calling.
I just figured that out. Okay,
Okay,
so
yeah. Yeah, I think he's saying that that's a fake. In that, yeah. Was it
hmm.
really she's think she's
Okay.
with her mom when she was little? That's a good question. That's a good question. Maybe her ass can speak to that when she gets out the villa.
We'll let them speak to that. I can't speak for whose dad is who because I don't know.
Yeah, but to say, I mean, of course there are a lot of conspiracy theories that, come
Yeah,
out
they
of
be making shit
every
up. Yeah,
yeah. But
I don't
I
think
mean
that
at
will
this
be.
point, no, like these Islanders, they can't even be popular outside of this season, man. Like
Think
it,
about it.
it can't
I
be
was
like
thinking,
last season where we had like Huda with the different memes or like these Islanders aren't even gonna be popular, bro.
no, they're gonna definitely push. No, the core four, bro. They're gonna push them. They like them. They
Nah,
like.
they're flopping, bro. They're flopping.
No,
They-
their fans. The
They're
fans
not
who
gonna get
go.
a Beyond the Villa. There's
I
no
hope
Beyond
you're
the
right.
Villa for this cast. You think
I
so?
disagree with you, bro. They let listen. I understand your rationale, but again, these are the same people who voted for the core four. The same people who voted for Trinity and Bryce. The same people who nailed KC to the cross when Anaya was in the wrong. The same people.
Trinity's gonna get her good deal with like brand deals and stuff, but like, bro, I can't imagine them actually giving a Beyond the Villa to this cast. They don't even like each other. They
But they
don't. They
sure
dead
do like
ass
each
don't
other.
even like each other.
Listen, and you know what I was thinking about when you talk about likability? Kate is a beautiful woman, but I feel like if she had a better personality and was more likable, she would get a lot of endorsements and brands. I just feel like she wasn't the most likable person, so I'm curious to see. I mean, like I said, she's looks gorgeous, so I'm pretty sure she'll get deals. But when I was thinking about how successful Olandria is right now, Olandria was likable to people, and I feel like Olandria wasn't. I mean, she did curse and kind of act a little crazy
Why
sometimes,
do you think Kate is not
but
likable? Do you think it's just because she's light skinned?
not really. No, not because she's light skinned. I feel like most people would probably like her because of that. I think that she's always like. I thought about it
Not
tonight.
no
Like
no that's not how this community works, bro. That's not how this community works.
no, I'm not talking about likable in terms of okay, we talking about two different communities. You're talking about like the fans. I'm talking about her getting endorsement deals from like companies, like who could
Oh
actually
no,
want
she would get
like
endorsement deals for being light skinned, but
that's what
like
I'm saying.
the fans, they're not gonna vote for her and like her because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's
I feel
parasocial
like her
to
attitude. I don't like her attitude.
you don't
That's
like
what
Kata's attitude? I thought you like
I feel.
Kata.
Remember at first I did, and I said I don't. I'm starting to not like her because she started to be kind of like always cursing and negative. Like for example, she just gets mad so quick, and she'll
She
try
was
to like
tripping on
she'll
KC.
she'll trip on KC the way she acted with that, and then she'll double down when like when someone would name the double center, she's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna still say it anyway. Like that's immature, and like I remember a few times she would get mad at Zach. I think the America voted for them to be in the bottle two one time, and she got upset. She was like, "What are they? What are they seeing that I'm not seeing? What are you doing?" Like she's quick to like throw him under the bus and put blame elsewhere. And that type of mentality is just a pessimistic type of mindset. And for me, it's just like an energy thing. I feel like her energy is dark.
Yeah,
Um,
for whatever reason, it feels like this community. I my only theory is that there's just like more obviously like brown skin and dark skin black people. So obviously when they cast brown skin and dark skin women on the show, that's who people are gonna identify with and see themselves as. You know what I'm saying? Generally speaking, and you can kind of see they set the show up to where that these brown skin and dark skinned women who the audience is watching the show, they will project themselves onto these women, aka Trinity and Anaya, right? And then eventually those women get in relationships. Then they bring in bombshells who are light skinned to then spark up the colorist, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, you said this before. I
conversation
remember.
online.
Yeah,
You like because Soul and Kada are the two bombshells. Like, you think
that's
that's a coincidence, man? There's no bombshell, there's no light skinned OG, and they bring in two light skinned bombshells, and there's only dark skinned OGs. It's like it's almost like they're setting up that like controversy and that,
yeah.
you know what I'm
No,
saying,
for
for
real.
it to be talked about online. It's like
That's
they know what
legit.
they're doing, bro. This show is pretty fucking sick, really, with the way
It's
that
very
they're
down to the challenges. Even with
yeah.
the like you talked about the humiliation ritual and kinks. Like you're not the first to say that. I'm not the first. I've seen people talk about it online. That's why I'm like it hits at so many angles. Even when I told you how like you have like there's like also this thing where the white man and the black girl type of thing. It's never like the black man with the white girl. It's never like a healthy black. It's never like let's vote and keep and nourish black man and black woman couples. It's always like this interracial thing. How was Anaya and Carl over? Anyway, you know I'm about to go with it, but it's just like it's just all these different agendas that are present. Even when it comes to like the whole Zach and Bryce thing, I think that at a certain point, I think production just playing along with it, and it's just like, but they're like, let's play with all the little things. Let's play with like homosexuality and like just different. You know what I mean? They're just trying to do everything to make people talk online and to go viral. It's just like it's all over the place.
Mhm,
It's all over the
mhm.
place. And it just when you got so much going on, it doesn't feel authentic.
Yeah, and it's really a shame because Love Island used to be like the most authentic of these shows, but yeah, man, I gotta cut it a little bit short. I gotta cut it early, man. I got an early morning. But man, I'm excited to get into Married at First Sight. You know what I'm saying? Never seen the show before, but you know, I'm gonna
I
watch it and
haven't seen it
hopefully
either. We'll be watching it for the first
I
time
mean just the
together.
fact that there's no production interference
And
and we're
no
just gonna
fans
be
voting. I'm happy about the
no
fans not
fans
voting.
voting. We're just watching couples.
I
I'm
love
fine
it.
with the premise. I'm fine with the
I love that.
premise. You know, like but also Love is Blind, when I used to watch that, that would drive me crazy because, you
I
know,
never
some of the
seen that.
couples were a little bit nuts. But I'm not gonna pay attention to, you know, the fan conversation. I'm just gonna watch the show and just, you know what I'm saying, turn my brain off. So yeah,
Yeah.
excited for that. Last thoughts on Love Island. Yeah. Y'all killed this shit. This shit has crazy potential. This show has
Yeah.
crazy potential. It's a very good idea, very good concept.
Yeah.
But instead you made this shit a very long slog. The episodes are too long. The entire season is just way too slow paced. It's boring, it sucks. You're running agendas the whole time. It's
Yeah.
overproduced, it's scripted.
Yeah.
Fuck Love Island USA. That's all I
And the sad part, just to wrap it up to what you're saying, I know you got to go. I just want to end it here. Like the sad part is like love is the one thing that can unite us all. And I think that whether you black, brown, wherever, whatever you know, white, whatever you are, you watch this show, you're looking for to see two people just find a connection. And I think that's something we can all relate to. No matter what your sexuality is, everybody wants love, or most people do, right? Or can at least root for it. And it's just a shame that like when you have again the producers, the entitled cast, when you have like all these different things at play that interfere with the authenticity of it, it sucks. And and honestly they're doing too much, because naturally when you have two different people who are trying to date, it's going to be drama naturally. Like love is the one thing that is going to be drama regardless. Like people are coming from different healed backgrounds, unhealed, or whatever. It's going to be drama.
The problem with the producers on Love Island though is that like the drama and like the natural drama, it's not enough. They're fucking greedy, bro. It's the greed that they talk about in the Bible, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's that
Yes,
type of greed. It's biblical
absolutely.
levels of greed to the point
Hmm.
to where, you know what I'm saying, they can't just create a phenomenal show that, you know, has all this real drama created
They're gonna
from
have some kinks in
different
there.
people loving. Yeah, they have to create. They have to have kinks. You know what I'm saying? They have
stereotypes,
to have weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Stereotypes, and they have to farm all
narratives,
these different agendas
agendas.
and narratives. You know what I'm saying? With the different, you know what I'm saying, interracial dating and things like that. You know what I'm saying? They have to
Hmm.
farm all these controversies. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And pander and shit like that.
And it's
You know
so
what I'm
sick
saying?
because
Do
you don't have to
scary as
pander.
shit.
People gonna talk regardless. Like people go like I wish people would just get to let stuff play out. Like put the formulas together and just let it play out. We gonna
But they want to be the biggest. They want to be the biggest,
exact
and they think in order to be the biggest, they have to play dirty and and do that shit, bro. It's greed. It's
yeah,
not enough to just
it's
be
greed.
full. They want to be
They
over.
want
You know
that
what I'm
stuff.
saying?
They want to be
They want
obese,
the stomach weight exactly.
protruding
It's
outward.
fucking greed, bro. They built like Winnie the Pooh, Love Island.
Listen, they got the soul food grandma arms with that little meat on the arms.
But see,
That's what they trying to do.
the thing is though, when you do that, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Overconsumption, you know what I'm saying? It always bites you in the ass. It
It
always
always
bites you in
bites
the
you in the
ass. So
ass.
I mean, this is what happens though, because you do shit like this and then you lose a lot of fans probably. You know what I'm
No,
saying? Because
literally,
yeah,
several people was like, I deleted the app, like I canceled my subscription. You didn't even watch the last couple of episodes. I didn't even want to watch this last episode. I was cooking. I was doing a million things to make this to get through the shit. So they just rub people off
and
the
I
wrong
didn't
way.
announce it. I didn't announce it. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, if you didn't text me and say, hey, we going live tonight," I would
You
have
never
just,
would
you know
have.
what I'm saying? I would have just not
I would
said
have realized
anything.
it.
I would have let bygones be bygones, and I would have never even given my final comments on this show. I wouldn't have even known who won. I might would have seen someone maybe talk about it on Twitter. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, or something. But you know what I'm saying. I literally, bro, I was checked out. I was good. I was good, and I probably will be good off this show, bro. Actually, I dropped season 6 after they dumped Rob's girl. Andrea, I think, or whatever. After that dumping, I was like, bro, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? And I dropped season 6. You know what I'm saying, bro? So I mean, like, it ain't nothing for me to drop one of these shows. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you keep the bullshit around, you gonna lose real fans, bro.
We appreciate
You are gonna lose real
UTL.
fans.
We appreciate UTL.
Absolutely,
We,
yeah. I appreciate y'all coming out. You know what I'm saying? This is why I'm here
yes.
because we have
This is
built a for real community. You know what I'm saying? Y'all show up and show out. You know what I'm saying? But
this is our last Love Island live. So thank y'all so
no, we
much.
still got the reunion.
Oh, that's reunion. Oh, okay, cool.
There
So
will be a
when is
reunion in August. In August,
in
probably.
August? So yeah, so we'll do the reunion in August, of course. But in between that time, though, again, he and I will be starting what is it? Married at First Sight soon. I'm gonna start watching it tomorrow. So I'll talk to yeah, thank God, right? We're just so happy it's over. So he and I will talk about when we're gonna go live soon, but it's gonna be soon because we want to like make sure we're doing it regularly.
Yeah,
But
I was
thank
say
you
if
so
y'all got
much.
Peacock and want to watch Love Is Blind or Love Is Blind, Married at First Sight
Married
with
at
a
First Sight.
yeah. Or I mean, even if you don't want to watch it and you just want to watch us, I mean, like we can do a recap style and you know what I'm saying, like go through what happened in each episode, you know, and like even if you don't want to watch it, but you just want to, you know, join the live and listen to us talk about what happens in each episode, you know what I'm saying? We will be here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So we'll probably work out a schedule for this show properly.
yeah,
And you know, once we do the first one, then we'll probably get into a little groove. But
yeah.
yeah, appreciate you for having me, Juicy. I'm not sure if you're gonna continue after I leave.
I'm just gonna make a quick announcement to them about Married at First Sight about the schedule, and that's pretty much probably gonna be it.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha. All right, well, bye everybody. Appreciate you
thank you,
having me,
Brandon.
Juicy.
We appreciate you, man.
Sir.
So for in terms of the Married at First Sight, if you have Peacock, it comes on at 3 a.m., which is kind of cool because usually with like when we're watching Love Island, we have to wait until nighttime. So with this show, it's already up earlier in the day, and it's every Thursday they release multiple episodes. So we'll likely be reviewing those on Thursday nights and or the following Friday. And Big Brother, in terms of Big Brother, I'm gonna look at Big Brother tomorrow. I'm gonna be looking at Big Brother tomorrow. What's today? Today is Monday now. So yeah, it's midnight. So now it's Monday. So I'll be looking at Big Brother and Married at First Sight tomorrow. Then I'm going to decide if we're gonna do both or if we're gonna make a choice about which one. But we're definitely gonna be doing either both or one or the other. We just thought it would be a good idea to do Married at First Sight because it's also related to love and relationships, kind of similar to this show. And we felt like it would be a good like way to cross over. But again, we're still open to Big Brother. I think either way it's gonna be interesting because like legit, I've never seen Big Brother except for maybe like actually yeah, that's a lot. I saw like maybe 5 episodes like years ago when it was like Celebrity Big Brother. But outside of that, I haven't seen it. And then I've never seen Married at First Sight. So, and Brandon has never seen Married at First Sight either. So it'll be like we're all he and I and some of you, if you've never seen it, like embarking on that journey together. So I think it'll be a good idea. But TL, if you had a choice for us to do Big Brother or Married at First Sight, which one would you prefer us to do? TL, would like to hear what you got to say, and to anybody else in the chat. Um, I'm gonna wait for you to before I leave, TL. I'm gonna wait for you to tell me which one your preference is. Just want to shout out you, TL. Shout out you, Anthony. Shout out to Brian Pumper for being here tonight. So funny. Who else? We had EDM who came in tonight. I know some of y'all probably had to go. Some of y'all got work in the morning. Who else was here? King Cash, thank you for coming in tonight as well, my guy or my girl. Yeah, my guy, because you're king. All right, I'm gonna leave. Love y'all. Peace.